Okay. All right. Welcome. This is going to be your next 3-month snapshot, Taurus. Thank you for tuning in, and this is going to be a general reading. So if it fits, then awesome. If it doesn't, take what resonates. And yeah, so I'm going to be using the Zombie Tarot deck today and the Wisdom of the Oracle to clarify at the end. Also going to be using a Celtic cross spread. And let's get started. Taurus. Taurus, the next 3 months for Taurus. What does Taurus need to know? And also keep in mind that time is fluid and we all have free will. So, you know, we can change our circumstances at any moment in time by changing our behaviors, our thought patterns, working with our emotions. Taurus, the next 3 months. Okay, you know what? Just one moment. And this is Carlos, by the way. He's a good boy. All right, Taurus. Let's see what you have here. Okay, so I see that you're coming from a place of, oh yeah, and before I begin, I'll clarify, yeah, the next 3 months from like, you know, October to December, give or take. So yeah, coming from the past, you have the Three of Pentacles. So this is about trying to work together, trying to formulate some sort of plan. Building something, being a part of a community, being a part of an establishment. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune in your present. So the Wheel of Fortune is all about changes. Something in your environment, something in your atmosphere, your goals. Something's changing, something's shifting, and it's not really something that you can control necessarily. It's just what life kind of gives you at that moment. And it can come on really strong, this kind of energy, because it's a major arcana. So it's like, you know, the wheel turns, and it's like you finally, it lands, and it gives you this opportunity. And it's pretty much something that you are going to learn from, or something that you can build from, or something that you can just grab a hold of and like do with it what you will. You don't get to necessarily choose what the Wheel of Fortune gives you. It's all based on fate, luck. Yeah, and this is also an opportunity to expand because there's some Jupiter energy in here. And also Jupiter is direct today. Same with Mercury. Thank goodness. Yeah, so I'm guessing something in the past was like you were working on something together with somebody or a group of people, maybe friends, a workplace, and you were trying to bring in balance. This is the challenging part of this whole thing, is the Justice card. So bringing balance to whatever this new circumstance is, trying to find a middle ground, trying to find, what's just and fair for everyone. This is about karmically balancing what's happening. So with this new shift, I can imagine that trying to balance it out and recalibrate, realign, kind of who gets what, where does what go, what's fair in this situation. Do I get more, or is it time for me to like pick up more tasks, or is like is this what we need? Do I deserve this? Do they deserve that? It's all about questioning and balancing with, I think that you are trying to balance both with your head and your heart. It's like making a decision, because you can't just base it on like logic. It's got to come from mind and body. I see that in your subconscious, you are trying to come from a place of like love and understanding. Consciously, you have your feet tied, your hands tied, you're in the hanged man position. This is all about surrendering to what is happening right now, because you can't necessarily fix or mend the situation so that everybody involved is happy. You just can't. There's no way of doing it. And I see that this is really taking a toll and making you want to reflect and go inwards. You don't want to say the wrong thing. You don't know what the right thing to say is, because it's like someone either, gets more, someone gets left out, someone's opinion, someone feels unheard, someone feels neglected, whatever it is. There's a part that you may feel like you have to give up in order to balance this situation or to take on more of. So with the hanged man, it's all about taking time to pause and surrendering to what this new circumstance is. Because the way that you're approaching it right now is not working for you, or else you wouldn't be in the hanged man position. So what it's saying is like, sit still for a moment. Don't try to battle it out. Don't try to negotiate. Don't try to think of what's fair and what's wrong and cloud your judgment. Just like take a breather for a minute and like let the universe or let the outside world kind of shift and move as it needs to, and something will appear, like a mindset or an idea, a way to solve this problem, a way to get yourself out of feeling stuck. Yeah, and I see that you're coming from a place of love, curiosity, you're coming from a place of genuine care for others and their well-being and your well-being, and you're really wanting the best for everybody, but it's extremely hard to balance it out. So with this energy, I feel like you might be subconsciously wanting to please people or please others that not necessarily don't have the best interests, but I feel like, instead of wanting to feed others or like take care of others, and feeling like that is the motivation to, correct whatever's happening and keep building and balance this situation out, I feel like you have to be coming from a place of more selfishness or selflessness. Like, perhaps like how do I explain this? Like, let's say you're having a conversation with someone and it's like you're picking up on their needs, you're picking up what they need, you're picking up what they want. And it's almost like you sacrifice a little bit of yourself because you're like, okay, I just want to be on the same page as you. Fine, it's fine. and maybe this could be someone else's energy impacting you, but I see this as you taking like the more thinking about what other people need outside of what it is. Like, let's say you're in a collaboration and there are other people outside of you that are like trying to put their opinion in on what needs to be done to resolve this situation. And it's like you've already formed this collaboration right now in this team, but now outside people are coming in and wanting to, like, you know, offer their opinion, and you're wanting to serve them too because it looks like you're a part of a bigger team. But maybe you formed a small team within that, and you're trying to make everybody happy, but working on that teamwork, that smaller team that you have would ultimately be better for you, because you can take it on in a more emotionally mature and healthy way, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Because the more that you try to please others, it's like you end up neglecting your own needs and like the people that are most important to you, their needs. But I do see you coming from a place of like love and like compassion towards other people. And I just genuinely feel like you're like, why can't we just like solve this? And like, it's fine. Like, I got this. Like, we got this. And maybe other people are like, and you're really trying to balance it out with your head and your heart at the same time. And you feel stuck. Coming into the future, you've got the Star card, which could represent an Aquarius. And it also represents healing, hope, rejuvenation, faith. Having something like to inspire you, to motivate you to keep going forward. So this is going to be going into November, kind of middle of November-ish. Beginning of November, middle of November. And this is like something happens, or you start to, I feel like you're really picking up on that Page of Cups energy where you're kind of mending what you need to mend inside of yourself. And this actually gives you, movement forward out of that Hanged Man position where you're feeling stuck and like stifled and not really knowing how to balance this situation. But I do feel like you come to a place where something happens, or an agreement comes in, and it's like, you know what, everyone starts to work on the same page. Everyone's like, you know, or you, even if it's just you have this sense of like, you know what, whatever happens, I've got this no matter what. I can do this because I've been through situations like this before, or I've been through, you know, much worse things, or I've been through hard things in my life. I can do this again. There's like a bit of hope that comes, and it's all about you creating that hope for yourself. Yes, and then your position going into the middle of November, end of November, middle of November, end of November, is the Magician card. So I feel like with this sense of hope that you get from the Star card, this sense of rejuvenation, like, okay, you know what, this is my responsibility to come correct, to fulfill my needs, so that, you know, if I can fulfill my needs, I can fulfill the other people's needs that are in my life. I can, you know, restore the situation. I can bring faith. I have something. I have somewhere to look that gives me an idea of what I'm capable of and where I can go. And this brings in this Magician energy of having the tools, being at the beginning. So, you know what? I also want to note that there's so many major arcanas right now. So Taurus, I don't know what's going on with you, but like lots of shifts, maybe lots of big energies going on. I know that we've been in like retrograde with like 5 planets, and like I know 3 of them are at least coming out of retrograde in this October. So I definitely feel like in November and December, you're going to start feeling movement forward. With the Magician, it's like having the resources, having the tools, having the mindset, having the capability, having the willpower to create what it is out of like nothing. It's like, you know what, there's this raw sense of like ingenuity, you know, just motivation, ambition to create what it is out of like whatever you can find. It's like you're utilizing all your resources, you're planning, you're taking stock. Okay, like this is how this worked last time. Maybe I'll incorporate this time. Yeah, using that. And it is a bit of a new energy because it's at the beginning of the major arcana, so it's like there might be uncertainty of like how and where or what's gonna happen. So I feel like more of like experimentations in this time. Yeah, and just like seeing where things fit and playing with it, but also still believing in yourself and like having this confidence about I got this, it's fine, everything's gonna be good, we're gonna solve this. And in your external energy, in your environment, you have the Lovers. So maybe this is someone around you that really deeply loves you and they want to support you and they like believe in you and there's a deep bond. This could also represent a choice between two things, between head and heart, trying to align both of them to make one decision. Maybe people are putting decisions on you, like, you know what, you have to make, it's like him or me, or it's her or me, or it's them or it's me kind of thing. And I think that these relationships are kind of maybe pulling you in two different aspects or directions or paths. And or this idea is maybe you're wanting to keep building one project, or you're wanting to go this way. And I definitely feel like, Taurus, this could be, if this is like a lover of yours, a partner or a companionship or a deep-rooted bond that you have with someone, they may be inspiring you or giving you opinions or sharing their ideas with you and their perspective on where you two can go. And they're like waiting for you to make a choice or make choices because they really trust and respect your opinion. But they're also putting more decisions in your field that you have to make. So yeah, and then so moving towards December, the beginning of December and the middle of December, we've got the Strength card, another major arcana. So the Strength card is all about, taming the beast within, taming the beast of another being, taming the beast of a project or a group, something that takes your compassion, your gentleness, and your ability to mitigate, dictate, share, influence. It's all about coming from this place of softness and surrendering, that creates this atmosphere for those around you and in your circle to be swayed by your influence, by your soft, like not aggressive influence, because they feel easier to be around you. They don't feel as defensive. This is like using killing them with kindness kind of thing. So agreeing with them, but also not backing down. This could be a time of power struggles between you and other people, trying to get on the same page. But I see that you are having a lot of strength from this as well. Also to tame the inner beast within you, like, the inner critic that beats you down, that judges you and tells you that you're not good enough or that you made a wrong choice, or the mistakes that all the mistakes that you've made. This is about softening that and just like holding yourself accountable, but like in a really sweet, compassionate way, and you have empathy towards yourself and others. This is a strength, because usually we want to fight fire with fire, and then we get more fire. But if you fight with love, you get more love. It's like, it's coming to compromises. It's not attacking. It's slowing your speech down. It's thinking about what you're going to say or what you're going to do is going to impact the decision or the people around you, and ultimately yourself. And I see that this really affects your financial situation because you have the King of Pentacles. So maybe you've been trying to make decisions based on where you're at financially. What's the best move for me? How am I going to support myself, my family? How am I going to build my career? How am I going to build my desires and dreams? How am I going to create stability and structure in my life, but also have abundance? How am I going to nurture myself and take care of myself? So at the end of December, in the middle of December, I see that you are coming to a place of looking at things more financially, looking at things from a monetary perspective. Maybe you've achieved some sort of goal, maybe you've mastered a skill, maybe you've gone to the next level in something, or you've, created some sort of wealth, whether that's like money or like physical wealth, you're nurturing your body, or you're developing a skill that's going to create a new avenue for you to make money, and share your resources with others. But yeah. Cool. That is your reading. Let's get one with the King of Pentacles, though. If you are solely focused on money, I do see like softness from you. I definitely see a big focus on trying to balance the situation, and it's like, I think that's what you're trying to do in order to get this goal that you want. You're definitely weighing the pros and cons, which is proper. And you're having a lot of people come at you or throw their opinions, or you're feeling the weight of people's opinions. But I do see you overcoming it and just doing you, believing in yourself, and like not really letting other people affect the way that you think about yourself. All right. Let's see. Taurus. Ooh, that one. Observer. Yeah, that kind of matches the Hanged Man energy. Number 49, if that is symbolic to you. The Observer. This is it. Perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. Most people see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify with their feelings and experiences, so much so that they come to believe that these are the only reality. There are times when you need distance in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstances from a more neutral vantage point. Now is one of those times in your life. This is a perfect moment for you to begin to do some exploring. Instead of only considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the conditions, people, culture, and environment you're engaged with now. You'll be so happy you did. Illumination is the miracle you seek and will indeed find. Definitely. It is an advantageous time for you to get some distance from what you're doing and see your work and your projects from a different perspective. The trick is to connect to the essence of your goals and aspirations. While letting the form and time be dictated by spirit, you may be too personally attached to an outcome and unable to see the miracle because it's not turning out exactly as you planned. Trust spirit. The perfect vision of your abundance is right in front of you. Remain neutral and curious and watch the miracle unfold. Cool. Well, that is your reading, Taurus. Thanks for tuning in. If you'd like to support my channel, please like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. And until next time,